Well, I'm finna say shot OG, but before you go to the next question, man, I got a young gentleman out here out of South Park say, man, he know a thing or two about fraternizing. You know what I'm saying, with the female officers. That's what I heard here, and I know OG, that's one of your specialties there.
Hey man, hey. Hey, let that go, man. We got mama watching. I'm talking about the other mama. We got mama watching.
Hey, next question, man. Next question.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, anyway, let me ask this here, man. We all have fucked up days enough, right? So, 28 years. Can you describe your worst day in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, man? What was one of your worst days? If you can give it to me raw.
Well, I had a whole lot of worst days, but one of the worst, like I told y'all, the first time I seen Pro had been in prison like 7 years. They denied me, and I went on back to being the damn fool that I was. And a few years went by. I finally stayed out of trouble. I was about to see parole again. I'm on close custody on already high security at the time. You got to stay out of trouble a year, to be eligible for parole. So I had done that year. I was about to see parole, and my cellmate was going off about something. I can't remember. He was beating, banging on the door, cursing the officers out, and the officer that was working the block wrote me a disciplinary case for banging on the door, creating disturbance, threatening them, cursing them out, and all that. So when Sergeant came down there to investigate the disciplinary, I told him, I said, hey man, I didn't do nothing that wasn't me. I ain't gonna tell on myself and go up on myself. Like, nah, it was me. So the sergeant like, well, hey, but before the sergeant could resolve the issue, all my partners just went to going off. South Park ain't do a motherfucking thing. You bitches out there, you all we kill you. Everybody going off. So the sergeant like, you know what? Your homeboy just fucked up. Fuck you. I'm turning the case in. So he took off. Now, it's real. The whole time I was in prison, I never actually went a year without catching no cases. That's just me. Either I was paying to get the cases thrown out or doing this or that, but I always was in trouble. So this was very rare. So I was real messed up about that. So I told that officer that was working the block, I said, look, man, if I get found guilty for this case and this whole year to the good goes down the drain, I'm gonna kick you in your motherfucking ass. And I had tears in my eyes. I was that fucked up. I was at that point, And that was one of the worst days because I had accomplished something that I never done before, staying out of trouble a year, and it was about to go down the drain like that. So when I had tears in my eyes, I was that mad. I was gonna fuck that dude up.
Right. So
hold up, CEO. What was the case for?
Creating a disturbance, threatening the officer.
Yeah, for what his celly was doing.
Yeah.
His celly had got him brought up, and now they ask you this: did you get the case? Did you get punished? And did some ass get kicked?
No. When I went to the disciplinary hearing for the case, that same sergeant, I called him for a witness. So the disciplinary captain like, well, how does he know whether you was doing it or not? I said, man, I just want the man for my witness. So the sergeant came in and he was like, I said, man, did you see me beating on the door, banging on the door? The sergeant was like, man, turn the tape recorder off. So he put his arm around my shoulder. I'm in handcuffs. He said, Captain, he said, man, I've been knowing this motherfucker since he's been on his unit. He's a damn fool, hard-headed, gonna stay in trouble. I'm saying, but he always been straight up with me, man. If he said that he wasn't doing it, I believe him, So I'm gonna make his bond this time, find him not guilty. So I got out of that.
Oh, well, hey, man, listen. Believe me, it's somebody that been in that situation. I know I couldn't get out of mine because when they having a bad day, they make your life hell. And they just be having a bad day, right? Yeah, them guards will make your life hell. So I can understand how you say, well, let me get on to medium custody after that. Did you make it to medium custody?
I made it to medium custody.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? I already know what was going on. Well, you got the hell away from that celly and got off closed custody. For real. All right. Earlier, man, you said something about a job, man. You said about working in the kitchen, man. We already know to make moves on that unit, to do what you want to do, man, you gotta be able to move around, right? So a lot of people do not know about the jobs and our life in prison, right? That they really put us to work. So do this for me. Kind of explain the jobs that you had, right? And before you get into the jobs that you had, let's talk about the job we all had, right? Let's talk about how was it like picking that cotton or getting out there in them fields. You know what I'm saying? Getting work. Was they really slave driving out there on all red?
No, hell no. You know, they really, okay, see, at the time, they was just starting to build the high securities, you know, the extension cell blocks. So what they was doing, they was sending all the worst inmates in the system to our red unit, preparing to open this super seg high security and put all of us over there. You know what I'm saying? Basically 23-hour lockdown. So they sent they started the field squads, but dude got hit in the head with an Aggie, with a hoe, you know what I'm saying, got killed. Right. And they shut it down. You know, they wouldn't let us go out there and work, so they wasn't doing it like that.
Oh, so y'all had a fatality out there. Somebody got hit in the head and got murdered out there.
Yeah, so they shut the field squad down.
Right. So tell us about one of the jobs, one of your best jobs that you like.
I like to work in the kitchen, you know, because it was a hustle. You know, every job comes with a hustle. You know, if ain't no hustle to it, I ain't gonna do it, you know. So in the kitchen, you know, you can steal everything out of there, all the food.
Hold on. Hold up, man. Hold on. Say it again, man. You say so in the kitchen, you could do what in there?
Steal everything that ain't locked down.
I already know. So you coming out there with them hamburgers?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Did you ever get fired out the kitchen or anywhere?
Did I? No, I ain't never got fired out the kitchen, man. Yes, I did. I did get fired one time. Yeah, I did get fired one time. Got into it with officers. Now they kicked me out. This on another unit though.
Did you ever make it to ODR? We got one that made the ODR on the panel. That's the old coffee drinker right there. Did you make it up to ODR?
I did. I made it to ODR on our real unit.
You made it up there. So give the people, for those that don't know, what ODR is and why is that a prestigious job?
It's the officers' dining room. That's where the wardens and maids and officers and the nurses and secretaries, that's where they all go to dine at, you know. So they usually have some inmates with exemplary behavior, the guys that's not in trouble, don't mess around with drugs, weapons, stuff like that working in there, you know, the good inmates.
House niggas.
Yeah, the house niggas. Yeah.
Just say it, man. In prison, the ODR is for house Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
And
this Negro ran the house. This Negro right here.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. I ain't got there right. If I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna run the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's like he said, right?
Say, look, okay, the whole time I was in the kitchen, I was in the pot room. You know, I'm back there busting subs, but I'm right next to the cook floor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over there, I can make my burgers, and steal all my cheese and this and that, and whatever I need to do to hustle. You know what I'm saying? So a guy that worked in ODR had went home. So one of the kitchen sergeants pulled up on me. He was like, "Hey, Watson." I'm like, "What's up?" He said, "Man, you know, you a hard worker, man. One of my ODR workers went home. You want to work in ODR?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, yes, sir." You know, so yeah, come on. So the man took me in ODR. And with me being known as one of the biggest clowns, damn fools on the unit, when all the officers was coming in, especially a lot of the women, they was like, "Watson, you know y'all?" I'm like, "Hey man, say look." So they was like, "Ain't nobody gonna serve us but him," you know. So these women, they wouldn't let nobody feed them but me. So the guys that was in there, they was like, "What the fuck is going on? How is this crazy motherfucker got all these women, you know?" So I was telling them, "Hey man, let's let these guys work, but they're gonna be hating on me." "Nah, fuck that. We don't want nobody but you." So I was in there about a week. Then I came in one day to saw like, "Man, the captain wanted to talk to you." So I already knew it was coming to an end because they wasn't gonna have no damn fool like me in that office dining room. So I come in the captain's office. He got all the sergeants, kitchen sergeants. They was like, "Hey, Watson, look, you ain't done nothing wrong. You ain't in no trouble, but I can't have you in my ODR." I'm like, "Why not?" He was like, "Man, you a damn fool, you know. And if anything happens, it's gonna make me look bad, you know. So I'm put your ass back in the pot room." So I'm like, "All right," you know what I'm saying. And everybody knew, they like, "They got South Park and the ODR."